The Real Folk Blues, Part 1. I arrive at the airport not long after finishing my meeting with Mr. Kreuger. A quick glance tells me the AR team is already assembled, along with all their necessary supplies. However, I look around. The lively girl who should be present is nowhere to be found this time. Something feels missing. The night sky today is exceptionally clear. For some reason, a night like this feels perfectly suited for saying goodbyes. Commander, what's this mission about? A bright, energetic voice snaps me out of my thoughts. I compose myself and turn around. It's a kind we have never taken on before. Huh? Could it be... I lay the pictures of the objective on the holding area table. Why is it a girl? What is this? Are we supposed to investigate her or protect her? Neither. Our mission is to proceed to Bohnsdorf in Berlin, find our target and bring her to a designated location. We're going to kidnap a girl then. We certainly haven't done anything like that before. Oh, are they talking about Maclean? Someone will come to pick us up once we acquire the mission objective. Isn't that what they say for every mission? We always end up having to make do on our own anyway. This is our mission, so what is she doing here? You have your mission and I have answers of my own that I wish to find. This mission is closely linked to Paradeus. Dandelion may end up being very helpful. Dandelion stands behind the AR team, ignoring Star's 15 icy glare. I smile weakly, and the communicator just happens to ring at that moment. 1 second. Understood. I head to one side and look at my communicator. It's the latest report on Kalina's status from the hospital where she's warded. The moment I see the sender, my heart skips a beat. Then anxiety surges up uncontrollably, like flames leaking at my chest, until my eyes lock onto the conclusion at the end of the report. Suspected mild bacterial pneumonia, currently receiving intravenous treatment. Further observation required. Rest is advised. Bacterial pneumonia? At current medical standards, that should mean a few days of IV treatment should clear it up, and it's mild. So Kalin's fine. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I clutch the communicator, a wave of relief washing over me. Just as I'm feeling optimistic about Kalina's condition, I suddenly hear hurried footsteps approaching from afar. Commander! Why did you tell me you were going on a mission? I really underestimated Kalina's work ethic and her determination. After confirming there was nothing seriously wrong with her, she discharged herself that very day. Then after returning to base and learning I'd headed for Berlin, she rushed over immediately. How could you go without me, Commander? Honestly, after everything we have been through, missions like this no longer faze me. Still, Kalina's arrival brings me a sense of reassurance. And it's not just me. Everyone from the AR team and Squad 404 seems more at ease with her here. We all know this trip to Germany is a true venture into the lion's den. Compared to the straightforward gunfire past enemies, facing an unknown threat like this keeps us constantly on edge. Kalina's presence eases that tension, and that atmosphere lightens. Sometimes it almost feels like we'd never left the base. It's not because she doesn't understand the situation. On the contrary, I think she amps up her bubbliness deliberately. No matter when, she knows exactly what we need. This sense of normalcy is exactly the support we need right now. And with her here, in certain situations, she's even more helpful than I am. For example, who are you people? What a nice way of bringing up PTSD, Girls 191. None of us can calm the panic girl. You're not human. What are you going to do to me? Did they send you to capture me? Maclean takes out a small knife, but her hands are shaking from fear. Once she realizes the dolls are not humans, she grows even more terrified of us strangers. Stay back. Don't touch me. I won't go back with you. I'll never go with you. Calm down, please. Please, calm down, my lady. We're not bad people. Look, I'm not even armed. I'm just an ordinary human. See? Kalina approaches her with her warmest, most reassuring smile. Neither a soldier nor a tactical doll, she looks even more fragile than the girl herself. Among all of us, she's the one who inspires the least suspicion. I notice Soppo has already circled behind Maclean, but after a brief moment of hesitation, I shake my head slightly. Who exactly are you? We're the good guys, though I know that doesn't sound very convincing. But we really don't intend to hurt you. Look, we have all these T-dolls, all armed. If we wanted to do something, I wouldn't be the one talking to you, right? But I know you're scared. After all, what those people just did to you was horrible. The commander couldn't stand it any longer, so they got you out of there. Kalina's words seemed to have triggered Maclean's memory, and her face turns pale. But her thoughts also begin to settle. It's all coming back to her now. It was me who got her out. They're still chasing us, you know? You don't want to be caught again, do you? But don't worry. Kalina steps closer again, gently taking the hand that grips the knife. Maclean startles, but only out of fear that she might accidentally hurt Kalina. We'll be fine with the commander here. Even if the sky falls, the commander will hold it up for us. Commander? Say, how long are you planning to keep chatting? Did you forget we've got pursuers behind us? Right, we'll talk somewhere safe. If you're willing to trust us, please come with us. Maclean's gaze shifts between Kalina and me. In the end, faced with Kalina's irresistible smile, she nods. Temporary Command Post, Berlin. Your name is Maclean, is that correct? Yes. What about you? Who are you? You can call me Robin. Robin. I see. In any case, you did save me. The commander looks up from the information on the tablet and carefully studies Maclean's appearance. She is still a little groggy and confused from the forced sedation. She looks practically identical to the picture of Morido, but her temperament couldn't be any more different. Is Morido just that good at disguising herself? Or is she really somebody else? Forgive me for being blunt, but are you a member of Paradeus? I was never part of Paradeus. I'm just an ordinary person. From what I know, there is a girl from Paradeus who looks just like you. You have heard her name before, Morido. What is your relationship with her? I remember your reaction. You seem repulsed. What is your relationship with her? Or are you her, perhaps? I have only one name, Maclean. That's the only thing people call me. If I must speak of her, it's a name I never want to hear again. So you're not her. I swear on my life. So you refuse to disclose the nature of your relationship with her. Maybe I will never know your real name, but I have no reason to lie to you, Robin. I don't care about her secrets. I don't want to know them. I want nothing to do with her for the rest of my life. Then why were you in Bonsdorf? You know that already. I've told you right off the bat. I was there to treat ELID patients. Why? There's no why to it. Since I have the ability to do so, I ought to use it to treat refugees in need. Stoff Manor hasn't been around for that long. Where were you before you came here? Treating patients somewhere else? You could say that. How exactly do you do it? To my knowledge, there's no existing medical cure for ELID. And yet you are somehow capable of it. I saw it with my own eyes. If all you want from me is information regarding the cure to ELID, then you can just bring the patients to me and I will save them. I'm sorry, but you seem to have misunderstood. I don't actually have any friends or family who require ELID treatment. In fact, every ELID patient you cure is someone I wish you could save. I don't understand. Then why have you brought me here? Many have tried to abduct me because of my ability to treat ELID. Either their loved one is ill or they wish to profit from my ability. If the former doesn't apply to do, then it must be the latter. I'm not interested in money. We haven't known each other for long, but I believe you. If you truly don't have any ill intentions, then please let me go. There are still many patients waiting for me. I genuinely wish to help ELID patients. Not just the residents of Bonsdorf, but also others all over the world. I have deep respect for your aspiration, but... There is a creak as Kalina pushes the door open. Commander, I've organized the intel about Bonsdorf. Oh, hello again. Hello? Maclean visibly relaxes at the sight of the friendly young woman. But Bonsdorf isn't a place worthy of them. The commander takes the file that Kalina has brought in with her. As you said yourself, people tend to approach you for two reasons. Let me tell you, the residents of Bonsdorf are both desperate and opportunistic. If you don't believe me, here's all the proof you'd want. I compiled the dossier myself. You'll find all the intel sources listed in there. There's no doubt about it. Miss Maclean, I'm afraid they have deceived you. Maclean reads the file silently. Sorrow flickers across her face for a brief moment, but then it's gone. How do you know about Morido? You fought off Paradeus' forces while bringing me here. Who exactly are you? I can't divulge our identities for now. But one thing is certain, we are enemies of Paradeus. You want to know why we have brought you here? Here's why. We do not wish to exploit your ability or to profit from it. The only reason we sought you out is because you are the spitting image of Morido, and we are certain Morido is part of a much larger conspiracy concerning Paradeus. We are here to destroy Paradeus, nothing more. And I personally believe you, Miss Maclean. I have seen this Morido's photo, and even if you look exactly like Morido, I don't think you're a bad person. So, there must be more to it. We won't force you, but if you're willing to tell us anything, maybe we can stop Paradeus and their evil plots. We can help more people, just like you want to. Maclean closes her eyes and ponders what she's just been told. After a brief silence, she opens them again. They are now brimming with resolve. I understand. I don't know how much I can help. But I will do my best, Miss Kalin, Robin. Thank you for believing me. I believe you too. Maclean's past is even more tragic than we imagine. After witnessing our battle with Paradeus and with persuasion from Kalina and myself, she finally agrees to cooperate. But her memories are chaotic and fragmented. Even she herself cannot make sense of them. So, for efficiency, we have Dandelion attempt to access them directly. Maclean seems unusually distressed when she first sets eyes on Dandelion, but she calms down under Kalina's reassurance. After all, the body that Dandelion currently inhabits once belonged to a NATO. That oversight is on me. If Maclean hadn't witnessed our battle with Paradeus earlier, that would have been tricky to explain. In any case, we end up uncovering something far more serious through Dandelion's memory search. Paradeus is plotting something even bigger in Berlin. After reporting this to the Earl, I receive an invitation that interrupts the investigation. Athena's Owl, downtown Berlin. Pleased to finally meet you, Captain Choi. I am the AR team's current commander, also in charge of Area Section 9 under Griffin's jurisdiction. Pleased to meet you, Commander. I am Anna Viktorovna Choi, but you can just stick to calling me Angie. Seriously, do we have to do this? Introductions are totally in order, don't you think, Miss Angie? After all, this is the first time you're actually meeting face to face. I did not expect you to tag along, but it's for the best. You cannot have too many dependable people by your side. That said, Angie's face darkens as her gaze lands on the other person at the table. Out of respect for you, I did not shoot straight away. So tell me, what exactly are you playing at? Please, calm down, Miss Angie. Miss Maclean is a totally different person from Morido. Ignoring both Kalina's reassurance and Maclean's apparent guilelessness, Angie simply continues to scowl at the commander. You honestly buy that load of bullshit? Hey, take it easy. Let me explain. Alright, go on then. I let out a sigh and proceed to make my case bleakly. First of all, the way I see it, whether she is Morido or Maclean is beside the point. Regardless of who she is, we obtain intel from her. Even if the intel cannot be verified and there's no telling if we're walking into a trap, we must take the risk. It's better than running around like headless chickens. Second, to answer your earlier questions, I can only tell you that I also believe her. You. Don't fly off the handle just yet. I know a lot happened between you and that NATO in Bremen. That's why I brought her here, for you to see for yourself. No matter who she is, I'm sure you have many questions for her, don't you? Let's say Miss Maclean really is one of the bad guys. Right now, Task Force Defy, the AR team, and Squad 404 are all outside the bar. If she means the three of us humans harm, we are utterly at her mercy. Isn't that right? That's what pisses me off so much. Why would 12 agree to letting you bring her in here? In the end, Kalina and I managed to convince Angie to concede. She cocks her head to one side and gazes at Maclean. Maclean cowers a little under Angie's piercing stare, but Kalina gives her hand an encouraging squeeze. Fine, let's have a chat then. Berlin prison. How are things on your end? Almost all sorted. Is Defy done as well? Yeah, they have cleaned up pretty much everything. This should be the last. Right. I nod and let out a sigh of relief. Robin, I'm so grateful for your and Miss Angie's help. If it weren't for you, I cannot even imagine. Maclean walks up to me and Angie without thinking. Angie clicks her tongue in annoyance, making Maclean flinch like a spooked cat. Miss Angie, you scared Miss Maclean. Do you still not believe her at this point? I honestly find your attitude mind-boggling, Commander. If you were a special agent, you would have died long ago. So, what if you turn out to be right this time? You may not be so lucky next time. Keep up a healthy dose of suspicion and skepticism. It will prolong your life. I'm sorry. Don't make pointless apologies if you have done nothing wrong. Angie walks away from Maclean, leaving her to ponder the remark. I watch Angie as she lights a cigarette off to the side. She seems a little morose. Not that I don't understand how Miss Angie feels, but I also sympathize with Miss Maclean. It's okay. Miss AQ told me a little about what happened in Bremen. It did sound like something Morido would do. It's only natural that she loathes me, having suffered at Morido's hands. Oh, she's talking about Anna. That's not true. You had absolutely nothing to do with what Morido did. I don't really understand what's the relationship between you and that Morido. But it doesn't matter if you're sisters, clones, or even mother and daughter. You are not responsible for someone else's wrongdoing. You are your own person. You think so? Yes, so don't let it bother you. In fact, Angie is already convinced that you're not Morido. Well, that's just the way she is. Yeah, that's just the way I am. Deal with it. Angie may be standing away from us, but she has clearly heard every word of our conversation. She pipes up a little exasperatedly, and as if in rebuke or maybe just to gripe. Kalina sticks her tongue out at Angie, then she exchanges a look with Maclean and winks at her. Even though Angie's stance has not really softened, Maclean cannot help but let out a soft chuckle.